I'm your host, Omolola, and as always, I'm here with my co host, MK, to discuss meaningful topics that matter to your everyday life and growth. Trust us for that one now. We know this slack. Today's episode focuses on a subject that is both timely and essential. Empowerment after setback is in business and career. We'll be exploring how individuals can recover, rebuild, and rise even stronger after facing professional or entrepreneurial disappointments. You know, when you start that business and you're thinking, in my first week, I'm going to make my first 1 million. Newsflash. It doesn't always happen like that. So those are setbacks that, we face. Those are setbacks that we face, in life. Now, whether you've recently lost your job, I'm sorry about that, experienced business failure, or simply feel stuck professionally, this conversation is for you. Setbacks can be painful, but they can also be a powerful catalyst for transformation and resilience. So join the conversation on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're live on TikTok right now at No Cap with MK and Omolola. You can also live stream on www.wfm917.com. Call us to speak your mind. Tell me what's that business you're trying to get into. So join us, call us on 07000 or call us on 0800 1235 917 to share your thoughts. Hi MK, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, girl?
I'm great, my darling. How are
What's
you
up?
today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
I'm good.
So
Okay.
nice to hear your voice.
I'm good.
So
Same
now,
here.
yeah,
Good to be.
I've done the introduction, and of course, you know what we're talking about today now. How do we help our
Mm-hmm.
people, some who have lost their jobs and they're thinking about the setbacks on this career, how are they going to bounce back? And then those ones
Mm,
who have hopped out of their job and now they want to start their own business and then they are facing setbacks with finance, with a whole lot, and they're not
mm,
sure where the next customer is coming from. They're not sure where the next client is coming from. They've gotten a lot of,
true.
promises, when they were starting the business, but,
Mm,
it's not forthcoming. Today, we're here to speak to them, about these setbacks, how it is always a stepping stone for the next level. It's part
true.
of the experience you get to gather,
Mm-hmm.
as you move on. So now to begin, let's define what we mean by setbacks in the context of business and career. These may
Mm,
include sudden job loss. Like, really, I'm sorry about that. People lose their job every day, but when you
true.
fall, you know, be ready to rise. That's just the truth. Business failure, missed promotions, public criticism, financial losses, or even emotional burnout. I wouldn't even lie. In the last 2 weeks, I've been like really, really down emotionally. Like just thinking, how do I, move my business to the next level, brainstorming here and there, coming down with a lot of headaches. So really, I'm in these shoes as well. But of course, we still have to encourage people. Like, it's one of those things we go through in life. It's part of the lemons that life brings to us. And what did they say about when life gives you lemons? You make
Make a
lemonades.
lemonade.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we make lemonades
Mm.
and we just kick back. Even there's a Yoruba adage that says Ti Eshimba Dani Amantu Goni, I think. Hey, where am
Yeah,
I?
your own on that one.
Where are my old people? To help me with that
Yeah, your
Yoruba
own.
adage right there. When you fall off the horse, you fall off the horse, you climb it again, and then you keep moving.
Mm.
Yeah. So MK, what do you have to say to our people this morning?
Well, I think setbacks are inevitable, especially when in any business, even in your career, you
Yeah.
know. It's just that what we normally say is that there's always something that will disturb the equilibrium of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the best thing that is always, I remember when we were working in this real estate company before this one, that one real estate company, you know,
Yeah.
we always sit down once we want to start a project without going into scenario analysis. I remember we'll sit down and start doing scenario analysis, which means that what if this goes this way, what if this, what if, and all that.
Yeah.
So setback is something that you cannot, you can't just sit down and say it's not going to happen to you. It will happen to you.
Most
But how you
definitely.
now navigate, yes, how you navigate yourself through that setback. Although some setbacks are sometimes something that you never thought about,
Yes,
talking
so.
about career, where you have
Sure.
to, leave and all those things.
Yeah.
Those are, they're setbacks at the same time, but it's not by your making.
Yeah.
None of them is by your making anyway.
Yeah.
So I
If you
just
if you would
feel,
have to resign your job, it might be your plan
mhm,
after all that, when I resign, I'm starting my own business. But then you may
mhm,
not think that that business would take some time to kick off.
yeah, true.
Yeah, because you have your
Or I'm gonna
plan, you
move,
have your you
or I'm gonna move to another job.
exactly. So, you can even move to
Mhm,
another job, and then in the first 6 months of you being in that job, they shut down. You never
mm,
thought that would happen. Or maybe there's a
mhm,
downsize. There was a time, I think, I think some years back, there was a lot of
okay.
a lot of people lost their jobs in the bank. And yeah, it was a
Yeah, that's
major
true.
wave
That,
at some
yeah,
point. People had loans that
yeah.
they were paying, and
Mhm,
like it was just like a shutdown. A lot of people
mm,
didn't even know what to do with their career, but a lot of people bounced back. A lot of people bounce back, and that's the beauty about setbacks. You still have to look
yeah.
inward, and then just yeah, just move forward. Now, while you were speaking, I mean, that took me to Linda Ikeji. When she started, it was like early blogging days. All efforts
Okay.
were ridiculed. People thought, okay, what's this one doing? She
Mm,
persisted. She kept turning on the platform. She kept writing and posting, and now she became one of the biggest media brands in Africa, especially as a
mm,
woman. So one thing you need to have, my dear listeners, is resilience and persistence. You need to just keep showing up and showing up well, because that day, that you hit your big breakthrough, you need it to meet you at the right mindset and in the right spot, how you want to appear. So you just need to persist, keep going, keep moving, and then you'll get there. There's nothing you do in this life without persistent. If you do not keep showing up, it might be that day that you refuse to show up that the clients will show up. That's it.
yeah,
So you just have to
yeah.
keep showing up, keep opening that
Mm,
shop, keep
true.
posting on your WhatsApp story, keep posting on your Facebook, keep telling your friends what you do, keep telling everyone that cares to know, this is my business, this is what I do, this is my job. This is my target. I need to meet my target. Wake up every day saying that to yourself. I need to meet my target. I need to hit this mark, and you'll get there. So, but however, I know that there are steps towards this, and I've been able to put down a few steps to this, looking through my personal experiences and for others, that has gone before me as well. And I'm going to just state them this way. Number one, I've actually mentioned that: reflect, identify what went wrong and what you've learned. So whether you lost your job, what went wrong, why you lost your job, was it an outburst, was it a mistake you made? We make mistakes, we're human beings. So sit down, reflect on the mistakes that's been made, and then you can learn from it. What have you learned from it? You pen that down, and then be ready to rebuild. Be open to pivoting or starting afresh in a new direction. Be ready to take on new hurdles, to cross, and then reconnect. Re-engage with your professional network and community. Don't just shut yourself down in your room and, mope around saying, oh, life has done this to me, or Nigeria has done this to me, or the world has done this to me. Just open up, move around. That's WhatsApp group of your secondary school. There might be someone there that can help you to start your business. Show up, to your community, connect with people around you, and then rebrand. Whether it's your business or your personal brand, redefine your narrative with confidence. When we say show up, we're telling you to show up with confidence. You know, dress well, as much as you can, be neat, when you show up. So people will know that, okay, this person is ready for business. And then the final one that I, put down is reinvest in yourself. There are free online trainings that you can attend, things that will make you get better at that new business or your current job, so that you can get that promotion. you know Take courses, learn new skills, and prioritize self-care. Yeah, a nice body scrub will do that job too.
Mm.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
Yes, no.
Mm.
Self-care is very important, because when you feel okay, when you have a good bath. I don't know why I'm saying that this morning, though.
Mm.
I'm sure someone out there needs this, a nice body scrub. Once you scrub your body very, very well, you feel fresh, and then you can, forge ahead. Like, I'm ready.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Sure. So,
Mm.
speaking on reinventing yourself, MK, I want to hear your thoughts on that one. Like,
Uh,
re,
well,
re, re
for me, one thing as you're talking, what I'm just thinking in my mind is that when when you're doing something, it's very very necessary that you also be able to do it well, in the sense that, because that's the only way you can invent yourself.
yeah,
You don't really invent yourself when you don't have any substance, when you're given the opportunity
yeah,
to do stuff.
yeah,
So before you have the setback, you have
yeah,
to put in all your efforts to be able to show to the world that this is what you're capable of. And
yeah,
with that, people can look at you and say, oh, I know this person. This person used to be this person
yeah,
used to be that,
yeah,
and with this person I can actually rely on this person. And that, I think that's one of the things that a lot of people don't have, the
mm,
pedigree to reinvent yourself, like you're saying now, pedigree to reinvent yourself,
yeah,
the pedigree to bounce back, the
yeah,
pedigree to let people know that, oh, do you know XYZ? Say,
mm,
oh, yeah, I know that place. Oh, you're part of it. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Do you understand? People will then
yeah.
give you the opportunity to do that. So reinventing yourself also starts from where what you were doing before, and how good you were at that.
Oh, great. While you were talking, that took me to a conversation I had with a long friend, an old friend. She called me up yesterday, asking if I know anyone, that does something relating to media. So as she was just, as I listened to the voice note, I was like, oh, okay. So I just, I
Mhm.
said to her that it's been a while we spoke. Like the last time, she was in the
Mhm.
country, I was
Mhm.
still working with a real estate company. So, I'm
Mhm.
working as a I think at the time I was in customer service. So she was asking, oh, if I know anyone that does this in media, that these are the things she wants to get done. So I just told her
Mm.
that, well, it's been a while we spoke, so you don't know what I'm
You
up
don't
to
know
now.
it.
So I said, well, I run
Mhm.
a media company, and all these
Okay.
things you said are the things that are the
Right.
services we offer, in my organization. And then so we'll just, put together, you send the brief, and then, and she was like, oh my gosh, she's so happy. Oh, so this is what you
That's
do now.
it.
So that's another thing you need to you need to let people know what you're up to now, and it's by
I have
posting.
proof. and
Yes.
have proof. I'm sure
Yes,
you're going
and I
to
have
send in your
proof.
profile and everything, and
Yes,
you know why
yes.
you do this. So that's
Yes,
it.
so
You
I
just
just
have to
said,
be
don't
good
worry, we'll just speak about it more and then we can get it done for you. And the first thing
from.
I mentioned was that we'll send you an invoice so you can make payments. I'm like, invoice. I said, yes, of course. That's the only way the company can stay afloat. Please, family and friends, people should learn how to pay.
Yeah. Yes. No.
People should learn how to
That's it.
pay. And so we have some comments here from some of our
Yeah. True.
listeners right here. One
Mm-hmm.
of them, this is a story from Ada in Lagos, said, my salon was destroyed in a market fire. I thought it was the
Mm.
end, but I started home services and marketed myself online. I've rebuilt a client base and I'm now planning to open a new space. This is a story of Ada. I'm so happy for you that you could pick yourself up. Having to go through a business burn down,
Mm.
first of all, you go through that emotional downturn, where you're not even sure you want to get up in the morning. Like, how do I start? You start to remember how you acquire those items, those things you used for,
Yeah.
you start, thinking about it alone is so overwhelming that even if you don't have
It
people
is.
around you who are supportive, it could lead to depression, and if not careful, some people can actually take their own life. But here's what Ada
Jeez.
has done right here. Yes, our shop got burnt, you know. It got burnt in a market fire that probably she didn't even know how it started. But then her business got burnt. But then she started doing home service because the value is with you. The value
Mm-hmm.
is you. You have it in you. And as long as you are still alive, you can pick it up. And that's what she did. She started doing home service. And then she started building new client base, because, it's even possible she lost her phone, sef, you know. And then now she's started marketing herself online, and then she's rebuilt a client base, and now she's planning to open a new space. And Yorubas will say, Ile oba to jo, ewa lo bù sí."
Hmm. You are
Yes.
really balling with your Yoruba this morning.
Hey, I'm a Yoruba girl now.
Okay
Omolola.
now.
I'm a Yoruba girl. So I have to
Okay
follow,
now.
so yeah, that's story right here.
Hmm.
We have more though. I can
We have a lot of people out here too that are talking about one or two things. I don't know if our time is up. I'm
No,
not
it's
even.
not top. We still have time.
Yeah.
So
There are a lot of people that are right here saying one thing or the other about how they were able to bounce back. But there are some stories that really get me going.
okay.
When you have people um, um, like Najite that says
Yeah.
um, going after leaving a company, she decided to do exactly what that company is doing,
Oh wow.
and because she felt she was the backbone of the company, but they didn't realize that all of a sudden she left. So she now, started from the scratch, and today she goes to meetings. People are calling her or going for events
Yeah.
for CEOs, and she's there with her MD,
Wow.
former MD. They are there. She's also there,
Wow.
representing her
Wow.
company.
Wow.
These are people that
That's
which means that when they were there,
yeah.
they were doing all things, well enough for them to be able to stand firm. You know,
True.
I don't
True.
know. It's just. I think, like you said, it's just to encourage everybody out there that look, there's not like full stop. You can have traffic light that says red
Yeah.
stop, but
Yeah.
after that red, something comes up. It says green.
Yeah.
Ready,
And then you
go.
keep going.
So
Yeah.
which means, and it goes over and over again: red, stop; yellow, ready; then green, you go. So which means nothing is static.
No, nothing is
That's the
static.
way I say it.
Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
static. We're ready to take your calls. We're waiting for you to call us in. So call on 07000 or 09155917917. There's a toll-free number. You can call us and share your thoughts on setbacks in career and entrepreneurship. 0800 1235 917. We're waiting for your call. We're right here. Talk to us. call us and share your
Mm.
thoughts. It seems like our
Yeah.
online our online family, they seem to be sending in more, more
I
thoughts, than
Yeah, people like sending messages and
yes,
then
I've noticed that.
DM and stuff like that, and even pick up the phone to call. I don't know why,
Well, I
you know.
wonder. We have another story here from Tunde in Lagos. After being laid off in 2022, I was lost,
Yeah.
but I used my severance package to launch a print on demand clothing brand. Today, I supply
Mm.
merchandise to schools and churches, and I've even hired two employees. Tunde, congratulations to you. He was laid off. At least, thank God he was
Hmm.
paid something. He was paid some money, and he
Wow.
didn't squander that money. What he decided to
Mm-hmm.
do is to start printing on t-shirts. There's this lady
Mm.
on Instagram. She trains people on
Mm.
how to make mock up designs that you can print on plain t-shirts. Just design whatever you want. You just design something beautiful and nice,
Mm.
and then you print it on
Yeah.
t-shirts, and then people wear it on birthdays, people wear it normal day. You can write anything you want, customize t-shirts here and there. And that's what Tunde is doing,
Yeah.
and now he has even employed took two people off the job market, which is amazing. So, and that's the beauty of it, being able to stand up after a setback is what we're actually
Yeah.
discussing here today. So if you faced
Yeah.
any setback at all, you can call us and then speak to us. We're right here on TikTok right now. I'm ready to read your comments. I've been looking here now, trying to see if I can find any more, you know, on
Yeah.
TikTok right here. So you can call us. I'm going to call out the numbers again. 07000 917 917 917. And then you can call the toll free number 0800 1235 917. That's the number to call. So you can share your thoughts on us. Okay. So
But
there's yeah.
someone just passed a comment now that
Okay.
the setback that she's going through right now, she doesn't feel. I'm trying to read it. She
Okay.
doesn't feel she will be able to get herself together.
Hmm.
I don't understand them.
Wow. It may
Okay, that the
just
setback she's feeling right now, don't feel that she'll be able to get herself together. She's just lost in her pain. Wow.
wow. When we experience setback, to be honest, it can be really, really painful, especially when it's
Yeah.
very sudden.
Yeah.
And
Unexpected.
sometimes some of us who are thinkers, we think in our mind, we execute in our mind,
Mm,
but then when we execute
mm.
physically and it's not showing up the way we had pictured it brings a downturn in our emotions, and then we start thinking, I think I made a mistake. Should I not? Shouldn't I think I shouldn't have done this. I think I should have just stayed. Maybe I should have just waited a bit more. So it and I kind of understand, where the person is coming from. You just feel that downturn of
Yeah.
emotions,
This is
like,
deep.
yeah, like,
I don't know how to
how do
explain.
I get through
Maybe with
this?
the
But
conversation
here's
with
what I
her. Or,
here's what I'll say to you. It's
mm,
just same as what happens to us physically. When you fall, you get up.
mm,
You get up. When you fall, you
just to
get
suffer and get
just
up again.
get up. You will
Like
definitely
me, I
get
said, I
help
said
to
just to
get
fall.
up. Someone is right there who is going to help you get up. And if you can find a support, get up. Don't stay down. Do not stay
Mm,
down. I understand how you feel right now. Do not stay down. Get up and pick it up. Pick it up. Pick up whatever you have around you. Just pick it up and start. Look inward and charge forward. There's only one way to go: up, forward. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Because the more
yeah.
you sit down to wallow in the euphoria of I lost it. Oh, it has gone. Oh, how am I going to pay my bills? Oh, see, the Bible says that I'm going to paraphrase. The Bible says, um, can anyone with worry add a pound of flesh to themselves? Or so I think I'm trying to just like,
Mm.
basically
Yeah,
what the Bible is
yeah.
trying to say is you cannot get
Mm-hmm.
anything out of worry. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot get anything done out of worry. If you sit down and worry from now to tomorrow, you will not get solution to your problem, except you
That's
critically
all.
think about the issues and then you get them done. So then, as we wrap up today, let's remember that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are opportunities to pause, reevaluate, and emerge stronger and wiser. That's the only way. So, empowerment comes when we take ownership of our journey. Resilience, adaptability, and a strong support system are crucial tools for bouncing back. So, to anyone listening who may be in a tough season, like our dear writer, please know that it's temporary. You have the strength and the capacity to rise again. Okay. Now you want to keep hearing our voice. First of all, and before I go today, MK, today is my
Mm-hmm.
mom and my sister's birthday, so I'm sending a very special
Oh,
shout out to them.
today,
Yes,
both
my
of them.
mommy, my mama,
Oh, wow.
and my younger sister, the gift that my mom gave to me. Happy birthday, Temitope. Happy birthday,
Wow.
mommy. I love you so much.
Happy
I know they are
birthday to
listening
you,
right
Mama.
now. Happy birthday to both
Mm.
of you. You're amazing to me, and I love you both so, so much. That is my birthday shout out. If you have your own birthday shout out, you can reach out and then we can help you do your own birthday shout out on Wednesdays. So we go and send shout out on Tuesday. We are not here. Okay, so you've been listening to No Cap with MK and Omolola. Join us next week for another powerful conversation. And don't forget to follow us on
Yeah.
all our social media platforms. For sponsorship and advert
Mm-hmm.
placement, call 070-3974-2185, 080-6721-6546, or you can send us a DM on you can also send us a DM on our social media platform at No Cap with MK and Omolola. Until next, stay focused, stay hopeful, and as always, be ready to rebuild. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Bye, MK.
Bye.
Bye.
I've been down the road where failure seemed familiar. No one thought that I would ever come this far when everything